All right, let's dive into a really beautiful and, often misunderstood concept in Islam, the Mahr. We're going to uncover the wisdom behind keeping this special wedding gift simple and why that matters now more than ever.
We all dream of that perfect wedding day, don't we? But let's be real. That dream can so quickly turn into a huge financial burden, creating all this stress right at the very beginning of what's supposed to be a lifelong journey.
So, to get past all that pressure, we really need to go back to the basics. What is the Mahr anyway? What's its true purpose? Let's break it down.
Okay, so the Mahr is a mandatory gift from the groom to his bride. Now pay close attention to that word, gift. This is not a price tag. It's a really powerful symbol. It's his way of showing respect, love, and his full commitment to taking on the responsibilities of marriage.
And here are some absolutely crucial details. The Mahr is given directly to the bride, and it becomes her property, and hers alone. This is so important. It is not for her parents or her family. It belongs completely to her, and it's a way of reinforcing her financial independence right from day one.
So you might be asking, if it's just a gift, where does all this pressure for crazy, extravagant mahars come from? Well, a lot of the time, it's culture, not our faith. Let's take a look at the actual guidance from the original Islamic sources on this. The Quran itself really sets the tone here. The key word is graciously. That implies something given with a good heart, without any hesitation or feeling like it's a burden. It's all about the spirit of the gift, not the size of it.
And this piece of wisdom from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, just perfectly illustrates the principle. He directly connects the best marriages with ease and simplicity. He's basically telling us that making things difficult is the exact opposite of the goal. The easier the start, the more blessed the marriage.
I mean, this comparison lays it out so clearly. On one side, you've got all this cultural pressure pushing for things to be extravagant, making it a huge burden and turning the Mahr into some kind of status symbol. And on the other side, you have the Islamic guidance, which calls for simplicity, for being reasonable, and for seeing the Mahr as a source of blessing, or barakah. The difference is just profound.
And this brings us to our next big idea, which is looking beyond just the wedding day itself. Because, let's face it, a marriage is so much more than a single event. It's a whole lifetime that needs a foundation way stronger than any material gift.
And this is the message directly for the sisters out there. Please really let this sink in. Your worth, your dignity, your value, these things are completely immeasurable. They can never ever be defined by a dowry, no matter how big or small it is. So that brings us to the million-dollar question, right? If it's not about the size of the Mahr or how glamorous the wedding is, what are the real ingredients for a strong, happy marriage that actually lasts? Well, here they are. These are the real pillars that hold a marriage together. First, mutual understanding. That ability to truly listen to each other. Second, patience, because every single relationship will be tested. And third, and this is the big one, a shared foundation of faith and a consciousness of God, because that's what guides both of you to treat each other with kindness and respect. See, when we focus on these true foundations, our whole perspective just shifts. The goal isn't about having the most impressive wedding anymore. It becomes about building the most blessed life together.
At the end of the day, this is what it all boils down to. A simple Mahr isn't about giving less. It's really about gaining more. It's the very first step on a blessed path, a way to remove debt and stress so a couple can start their life together with peace and focus on what actually matters.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to really reflect on. Whether you're planning for marriage or you're already on that journey, just take a moment and ask yourself, what is the real foundation you're building on? Is it temporary appearances, or is it something much, much deeper, something truly everlasting?